What is up, everybody? Logan here again with another video coming at you. I appreciate all the support as always. Make sure you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe, check the links in the description. Today I want to talk about my Carnival covered call that got called away from me a couple weeks ago. We can go over right now. So my current position is 0.49 shares, right? Up $1.55, woohoo, right? So currently I have a cash secured put that I have on it that I just sold this week. I sold it actually yesterday and we have gapped up 4% overnight. So shout out Carnival to that aspect right there. But I want to talk about getting called away, the profit I made, and then what you guys can expect when your calls do get called away. You know, if you ever did a covered call before and the price closed above the strike that you sold with your 100 shares. So I had 100.5 shares going into that weekend. I sold them all on April 9th, which was a Friday. So if we go down to my history, you guys can see down here, right here, my $28 call got called away. I sold 100 of my shares for about $2,800. So it was the $28 call, sold 100 of them. The price at that time of assignment was $29.30. So you may be thinking, Logan, you missed out on $130 if you would have just waited to sell all those shares at the end of the day. Kind of, but not really. Here's my other covered call. So this was that week. That was the call that I collected the $61 credit on. This covered call, the $28 strike for the 9th. I sold that on March 29th. So I had it for about a week and a half on that position for the $61. But you guys got to remember, it did sell all my shares. And my average cost before then was $23.55. So I made a really nice profit on the shares as well. If we look back, and you guys can see all my market buys that I had made on Carnival. Here's a put credit spread that I was messing with way back in the day. But if we see here, right, I made my first purchase of my 49 shares at $20.64. And then it equaled, after I made all of these purchases, $26.30. I had 100 shares. And I was running the covered call strategy on it to where on March 11th, I did one for a week out and made 42 bucks here. I did it for 17 bucks the week after, and then the week after that is when I grabbed the one for 61. I played it a little risky because when I entered this, Carnival was $27 a share, so it was giving out really good premium. So that's why I hopped all over that, sold all of my shares for $2,800, and now I'm doing that again. I'm essentially just running the wheel on Carnival now, and it looks like this week on this position that I picked up yesterday for $22 credit, it's already up 17 bucks, and I should be able to collect my full 22 this week on Carnival. The $24.50 put, because I'm cool with owning Carnival. Anything under 25 bucks, I'm cool with owning shares on them. Maybe $25.50. But as for right now, I like to get as much money as I can out of Carnival because they give really good premium, right, on these positions. So if I dive into view options and we look at April 23rd and I was to sell a put today, it probably wouldn't be the best to do because they've already gapped up a lot today. I would probably wait for a red day to open these because 50% of the credit's already been sucked out of the put side. So if we're gonna go to a call, this would be a good day to sell a call if I had 100 shares, right? And we could sell the $28 strike, make $11 in 2 days. We do the $27 strike, make 35 in 2 days if I had the 100 shares and if I was to get assigned again. But like I said, if Carnival is to dip below 25, then I would just purchase 100 shares outright with a $23.30 average cost on my shares, selling them all at 28. A nice little, was a $470 gain, and then running the covered calls on them as well. So that was able to build up about $700 in profit in just a month on that position. If we hop in right here, we're looking, we could even go further out if we wanted to sell some calls, but these are all up today. And you could even say, hey, you have 100 shares and you don't want to get rid of them, but you still want to collect good credit. You can go to this range of this 86%, 90% range, go 2 weeks out from where you are and still collect 30 bucks. I like to play it riskier though, personally. I like to have more money today because my money is worth more today than it is even a month from now, right? So that's the other thing that you have to keep in mind when you're doing covered calls and running them, especially on stocks like the travel stocks where we can move 4%, which is about $1 on Carnival a day, but you still can collect really good premium on these guys, especially if you're selling calls that are decently far out of the money. So like in this case right here on a green day, I would probably be selling the $28 call if I held all my shares, and then I could collect, you know, $40 in a week and a half just for having my shares put up. And if I sold them all at 28, I'll just wait for them to come back down. And you can always continue to run this based on the stock's movement, based on the sector. But but Carnival did bounce off quite a bit of support around the $25 range. So that's another thing to keep in mind when it comes to selling covered calls, is where are they doing, like how are they doing technically, right? If they're at the top of their range, it's a great time to sell covered calls. But if they're at the bottom of their range, I would much rather be selling cash secured puts like I did here. I have the theta of 0.05, the delta is really similar. So this should be able to just continue to get chunked away. I'll walk away with my 22 bucks for putting up 2,400 in this play, 2,450 bucks to be exact, right? Because it's the strike price times 100. 22 bucks, 3 days, that's a 1% return on your money just like that. No stress at all, don't even have to watch it, don't care what Carnival does, because I would love to own 100 shares at 2,450, but if it doesn't happen, I'll just try it again next week. And if it doesn't happen again, I'll just keep collecting, you know, small amounts of money here and there and adding to my weekly income goal of 500 bucks a week off the market. So this is just another way to do it. And you know, another way to continue to build your account over time. You can see we have the implied volatility at 78% right now. 74 contracts have been purchased today on the 2,450 put. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Volume, open interest should help you get filled a little easier if it's a popular contract, but you shouldn't have to worry about it on stocks like Carnival, especially if you're playing near the money. So that's what's really nice, right? I made 470 bucks on these shares just in a couple months from when I bought them to when I sold them. And then I also was able to collect money every single week running covered calls, cash secured puts on them, and it's still working out for me. I know this doesn't look great because my position's like 13 bucks on it right now, but my whole goal is to just continue to sell cash secured puts until I get assigned on it, and then I'll just do this again for quite some time because I like Carnival for the long term. This is a stock that's still beaten down by the pandemic, so I don't expect Carnival to all of a sudden be 40 bucks a share next week or to feel like I've missed out or anything. I think it's in a really good range from where it's moved the last 3 months. Past year, it's been very sideways compared to a lot of stocks, and it still has yet to recover from the COVID crash. So I personally like travel because at some point we're gonna get back to normal, whether that's years from now, but if not, why not just collect a little bit of money every single week on it? But that's gonna be everything for me in this video. I hope you guys have a fantastic Wednesday. I'm just gonna continue to build my account, continue to be patient with wealth, because real wealth is built over the long term. As everybody knows, it's all about the patience, building your account consistently. Every time anybody's tried to get rich quick or rich overnight, it doesn't work out. And you guys know that through experience of these techniques and strategies that actually work. And I'm showing you guys how to build an account over the long term. I can use this $22 to do whatever I want. I could buy a share of Carnival with it, or close to a share. I could go and get a pizza. I could do whatever I want with it. So just be smart, continue to make calculated decisions, and I will see you guys in the next video.